I hope you can hear me while my dog is barking, because I am never gonna get this done if I don't do it now. Anyways, good morning and welcome back to my channel. Today is Monday, and yesterday my dad and I went to see the sequel to The Force Awakens, Star Wars The Last Jedi, and it starts basically where it left off in a way. And I am very happy to say that we both enjoyed this film. I really thought that everything about it was pretty well done, amazingly, really well. I really enjoyed the story and the way the cinematography, all of that was brilliant. I did find some parts a little bit cheesy. There's just one moment where a certain character says and does something, and I practically had to like hold myself back from laughing out loud because it wasn't supposed to be funny, but it was ridiculously cheesy and hilarious to me. I mean, but this is Star Wars and it tends to be on that side, so I do feel like more so than the other ones, this was more faithful to the original films in that way. Like, I felt like there were a lot of tiebacks to the original films. I don't know if I'm the only one that thought that, but I felt that there were certain things that like reminded me of the original trilogy, and I actually really liked that. I think it kind of makes sense, especially with what happens at the end of the film, that they would have those. She just scared herself. Had those little flashbacks. I'm not flashbacks, but like reminders of them. This is what you get when it comes to a Star Wars film, and if you've enjoyed The Force Awakens, you will enjoy this one. I also thought that this film was a lot more funnier than I was expecting it to be going in. It was just, there's just so many moments where I was laughing and it was meant to be funny, and I was just like really surprised, and I actually appreciated those funny moments because it helped to alleviate the very high octane, stressful times that, the dramatic moments kind of helped to alleviate them, and it was just perfectly done in that way, and I just really appreciated it. So I gave this film 4.5 out of 5 stars. Again, it's a really well done film. I enjoyed it a whole lot. It was really entertaining and just a lot of fun to watch. So if you are a Star Wars fan, you will definitely enjoy this. If you've been watching the other films and you enjoyed the first one, you will definitely enjoy this one, as I said. So it's definitely worth the time and money spent watching this. But I will say this, and it's not about the film itself, but it's about the volume of the film. If you're sensitive to noise, if really loud volumes will hurt your head and give you a headache, I definitely would say wait until the film comes out, because it gave me a huge headache. And I actually think I remember it doing the same thing to me when I watched The Force Awakens and Rogue One, that it gave me like a super headache. I didn't remember, of course, until after I watched it and had a headache. But anyways, if you're a huge fan and you want to take the risk of having a headache, definitely do so. Because again, I think it's worth the headache. It's worth the money spent. But if your headaches tend to like get really blown out, I definitely wouldn't think to risk your health watching a film. But it was definitely worth the middling headache that I got to watch this film. Because like I said, it was super entertaining and a lot of fun to watch. Moving on to an update about what my day holds. I have moved my room around, so I put my desk to the window. I don't know if my dog is gonna like this, because she used to be able to jump from the chair onto the bed and look out the window from the bed, so now she has to jump to the chair onto the desk. So I don't know if she's gonna like this, but I prefer it this way because I can film sitting down on my chair and have the light coming that way. Yeah, I know this is not going to stay the same because I move my room around a lot. If you watched previous videos of me, you'll have noticed that. So I get tired of my room being a certain way and then I move it around again. It's just one of those things that happen. I was supposed to be starting We the Drowned by Carson Johnson, which was this massive book. But I have changed my mind because I don't feel like I'm going to have enough time to actually finish it. And I want to start reading Harry Potter again. I have finished the first book and I was on the second book. And I was listening to an audiobook, but I have stopped doing that because I want to wait until I have gotten all 7 of the books on audio and then listen to them. So I'm just going to continue reading it in physical form starting today onward. So I'm not going to have a lot of book reviews for the rest of the month. Starting January, I will be starting to read books again from my own shelves. I'll just have to figure out how to do so. I might go back to reading just 1 chapter a day of Harry Potter January starts, because it's a reread, so I don't feel like I need to rush it. And I mean, at some point I will probably start binge reading it again to get it done, but at this point, once January starts, I really want to focus on my first time reads, and I have a challenge that I want to do. So I'll talk a little bit more about that when Christmas is over and start talking about my goals and stuff. That's my update for now. I would love to hear from you if you've watched The Last Jedi already. I would love to hear your thoughts on it. I know I'm not really good when it comes to film reviews, but I enjoyed it, so I would love to hear if you enjoyed it also. I will come back with another update a little bit later, so until then, ciao. Okay guys, so I am back for an update. I've started Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets today, and I'm at where they decide to take Ron's parents' car and fly it to Hogwarts. And I'm really enjoying this, of course, since it's like the millionth time I've reread this book and the series in general in this year. Sure seems like I've been reading this series a lot this year, but it's been quite a stressful year, and I tend to reread these books when I get stressed out. Anyways, I think that's all I'm going to be able to read today because we're going to be going in a few minutes. Have to get the pumpkin pie for the parents because they're going to a Christmas party, and I agreed to do that for them and dropping them off there. Then I will be coming back for like a half hour and then going to work and then getting lunch with my brother. So that's basically what my day is going to be. I will talk to you later when the day is further on. We'll see where I go for the rest of the day. We'll also be going to the library today. I forgot all about that. Shoot, that's another thing. I really hope that they can get a ride home. We're gonna be really tight today. Anyways, I'm watching some YouTube videos that I want to catch up on, and hopefully I will end this actually today instead of ending it the day after, because that's a little bit of a disappointment for me to have to finish these things up in an untimely fashion. So I'm rambling, don't know how to stop these things in a fashion. So until I see you in the next update, ciao. Okay, so I am back for my last update for the night. I should have done this when there was still some daylight left, and I didn't already have my lights turned off, but I totally forgot because I got really distracted by watching Star Wars The Force Awakens, and my dog was acting up today. I don't know what was going on, maybe because I don't know. I didn't really understand what was going on with her this afternoon, because usually by the time that we go on a walk, she's fine. She's settled. Maybe it's because I moved my room around. Like, I don't know what was going on, but she just was really antsy today. I had to actually put her in her crate in order for her to calm down before letting her come back onto my bed. That was how bad it got with her. Like, I wouldn't mind having her down if she would not bark, but she would get down barking, like, constantly. So I had to put her in the crate so she would settle down, because she gets hyperactive sometimes, but I don't know what it is. Like, I take her on a walk, we run around, she runs, she does all of the things that she needs to do to get some of that excess energy out. Just maybe it was just like one of those days where she just wasn't moving around as much as she usually does. I don't really know, but anyways, like I feel bad for like putting her in a crate and getting after her about it, but it's like when you're inside, like she knows the rules. Like inside the house, you don't bark. Outside, you can bark all you want. I don't care, but inside the house, you don't bark. So it's a teaching process with her. And anyways, I'm gonna actually talk a little bit about The Force Awakens because I know it seems strange to watch it after I watched the sequel, but it was an accident. Like I had planned to watch it before watching the sequel, but going to see it was a spur of the moment, so I just never actually got the chance to do so. And so I realized in watching the sequel that I was forgetting certain things that happened at the end of the film, that if I had watched it, I would have been able to like remember all that stuff, and I wouldn't have kind of felt like I was out of the loop, you know? But it's the same thing that I had with the sequel, this whole super cheesy thing that happens with certain characters, and I mean, it's fine because overall I really do enjoy the film, and I enjoy the story, and it's a lot of fun, so overall I don't really mind, but I think if I wasn't really invested in this franchise, I probably wouldn't be watching this, because that was really bad, like the whole point, like, oh, those moments with Finn was just so frustrating. I don't particularly like Finn because he's just annoying to me. But if you're a fan of this, I would love to know if you heard what I heard about Daisy Ridley, who plays Rey, because I've heard that she said that she's done with her role with this, and I really hope not, because it doesn't really make it's just like, why can't she just finish out her story with this trilogy? Because she's vital to the story. Like, she is like one of the main characters, and it's starting to become more about her than anybody else. And so I'm just like, why would you back off when you're already invested in this and you're like, I just don't understand, especially because this is helping her career, I would think. So I don't really know what's going on there. If you know more than I do, I would love to hear it, or if you could point me to a link to get more details about it, because I just don't understand like why she would pull out, especially like I said, she's like a main character, and it's just I really hope not. So that being said, I really enjoy rewatching The Force Awakens. I've lined up the next 3 films for me to watch. Well, not the next 3 films, but the previous 3 films. The original 3 that I really like, the Luke Skywalker trilogy. I've been calling right now just because that's the only thing I think, because I forgot what the first film of that one is. I tried watching the films, like the prequels, I guess they would be, the prequels trilogy to that one, which he actually made after those 3. Anyways, they were horrible. They were so bad. I don't know what happened, because especially since they came after those 3, you'd think that they would get gotten better, but they actually got worse. So I just feel like they were something that should have never been made. I'm rambling here. Yeah, my day has basically been the same as always. I actually did read a little bit more of Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets after I said that I wasn't going to, just because I was in the mood. I wanted to actually try to finish a chapter, but I ended up not finishing that chapter that I wanted to. So I'm at the point where they've hit the Whomping Willow and they're flying on the Sardine in the Great Hall. So that's where I am with that. And I'm going to actually say goodnight to y'all. I would love to hear what you thought of The Last Jedi if you watched it, or The Force Awakens if you've watched that. Yeah, so I will see you tomorrow, I think. And until then, I will say goodnight. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next time.